Good afternoon, my friends. Boomy here once again with another video for you. That's right. How's everyone doing? This one's going to be a little different than all the other videos. Yes, correctamundo. Yes. It is. It's going to be. So I have found a new show that I am in love with. And, okay, so this whole thing, before I get to that, this whole thing is going to be about the walking contradiction that I am. So if you met me on the street, you know, the shaved head, the long beard, the tattoos, and the piercings, and just like, I used to be a power lifter, so I've got like the broad shoulders, I got the physique, you know, I'm losing weight, so I'm getting a lot thinner. You'd probably be like, oh shit, you're gonna beat someone's ass. You know, I remember years ago, my friend Morgan, it was when I lived in California, I was walking up to our local Starbucks, which we would spend like 6 hours a night at, my group of friends and some other group of people. Like, that's what we owned the outside, because we were all smoking, drinking coffee. It was great times. I miss those days. Playing Monopoly. It was interesting. We're all walking contradictions, because we all look like we came off some like weird like heavy metal band tour. But anyways, so Morgan once said that when she first met me, that she was kind of scared of me. I wore all black, my fingernails were painted black. This was like during my, you know, rock and roll days, you know, when I was touring with my band out in California and on the West Coast. And she's like, you were just sitting there smoking your cigarette, drinking your coffee, and wearing glasses. I'm like, I was also reading the Wall Street Journal, so what part of all that, that should have taken the whole edge off. But I do have like this thing where I, you know, if you don't know me, I can come off as like, I bet he's one of them hell angel people. That's right. Oh, he has guns. Oh, he's one of them nut people too. All true. Except I don't ride bikes, because this is where my contradiction comes in. I like Harleys, I do. I just don't like how loud they are. I know, I like shit to be quiet and peaceful and serene, even though, yeah, I've played guitar classically and with heavy metal for, oh Lord, 20 years. And I toured a couple years on the West Coast with a couple bands, Stonehouse, almost made it into Spine Shank, and just a couple of bands, Black Cross. That was like a high school band that, like, I think we were together for a week. That was interesting. And so, yeah, so there's some stuff I was doing back in the day, but that all goes towards, like, you know, don't ever judge the outside of someone. Not that anyone is like judging me, because I honestly don't care if people do. It's like, go ahead, you have your own opinions, I have mine, and mine are what really matters to me. Thanks. Unless you're like, oh, dude, you got like this giant plank in your eye. No, man, no, I don't. I identify as someone with two eyes that work perfectly fine. No, dude, you got a big ass plank in your eye. Like, I can see it. You hit a woman in the face with it when you turn your head. No, you don't. You're just jealous. No, okay, whatever, man. Just don't drive near me. You know, this is common sense. So here's my here's the other part of my walking contradiction. No. Oh, that's why it's like, what's that noise? We all know I love metal, I love blues, I love music, classical music, I love opera. I literally did one day when I did Ozfest in the morning and afternoon and night, and then I went home, cleaned up, and went to a late night opera. To say that I couldn't hear shit the next morning is putting it mildly. I think that was like 9 years ago or something like that. And my ears are still recovering. But it was a great experience. But that just tells you I have no problem putting my foot into a billion different worlds. And I've always been like that ever since high school. Kind of like the ambassador from the popular crowd to everyone. I hung out with everyone. And I do that today. I hang out and know people who are stupidly freaking rich as crap, to people who are poor as crap, to, you know, flaming liberals, to people who are even more conservative than I am. I hang out with everyone. I hang out with people who are Muslim, who are not. It's just whatever. I don't care. I've always had the knack to be able to intermingle pretty well, unless it's like, straight up ghetto, then that's where I have a hard time, because I have to be able to relate to something for me to get in. I don't really relate to that too much, but there's nothing wrong with that. But this goes back to the show. One of the other interesting things about me is a show I have found that I love is on Netflix right now. It's called Fake or Fortune, and it's a show about these two art people. One's a dealer and one is a chick. I call her Cougar because I can never remember her name, but they go around, like, people will have, like, oh yes, I inherited these things, artworks, I want to see if they're real or not. Yes. And that's what they do, and there's a history behind it. The artists, all of that said, I love art. I do. If I had the money, I would be spending and investing it in art and paintings, antique furniture. I love antique furniture, like Antique Roadshow. I can sit there and watch that for hours. Or go to, like, any Amish furniture warehouse and just, like, have orgasms everywhere. No, that'd be a lot of cleanup. But no, anyways, so what I'm trying to say is, I love art. I love classic art. I love, like I said before, one of my favorite artists, painters of the ancient world, compared to now, is Caravaggio, and how just his paintings were so lifelike that scared people back in the day, because they're like, holy crap, we were so used to, like, these 2D dimensional things that you're like, oh god, I hope people didn't really look like that too. Whoa, it's like it's jumping out at me, man. What's happening? It's 3D painting in the 15th century. What's happening, baby? So I love that stuff. I love classic art. I'm not a big fan of the Impressionist movement. I'm definitely not a fan of the Dada movement. That's when postmodern just went to crap. Not that it's ever been good. But just, yeah, I love that stuff. And one of the episodes I was watching today, my beard and I, was about, like, not Rembrandt, but really? Come on, Boomy. I can't remember the names. Monet? There you go. No, I think it was Rembrandt. Yeah, Rembrandt was an Impressionist, wasn't he? I'm thinking. Yeah, I believe he was. I will have to look it up. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so it was great, and they're going about, like, well, we're not sure if this is really him, because there's one ancient art house dealership saying, no, it's not. But then this other one, who's ancient too, it said, no, yeah, it's totally authentic. And so they did a 3D scan, not 3D scan, but they did a infrared scan, and they scanned the pigments and all this stuff. It was just, and learning the history of the artists. I am just a sucker for that crap. I am there all day long. So there you go. There's a little tidbit inside the weird, wonderful, contradicting, it's not even a word, a life of Boomy. So there you go. Enjoy. Have fun with that one. And let me know, are you big art fans? If so, who are your favorite artists? Even if they're postmodern artists, I go down, hey, I respect some of Andy Warhol stuff. I get it. He was for him at least, I'll give him this. He was an innovator and, like, just paved the way for our modern photoshopping and stuff like that. So I'll give him that. I like Jackson Pollock because someone had to make a fortune selling paintings that look like, well, what your floor looks like after you painted your wall. So there's that. But I can go on a tirade about modern art, but I won't, because that's just my opinion. I'm not a big fan of it. I like classical works, and I'm talking 19th century earlier. Anything after that, I'm like, nah, I'm good, man, I'm good. But anyways, guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you like what you see here, and that subscribe button. Let me know who your favorite artists are. No matter who they are, I'll take a look at them. And yeah, we'll talk later, my friends. Have a good one. Bye!